What are you crying about? What is it that's killing you?
But he's upset and wants me to pick him up, and I don't just pick him up.
She needs to realise that as long as she continues to behave this way, things are not going to change and there are going to be mixed messages flying around for these young kids. What's he going to learn from you doing that? Tell me, what's he going to learn? If he behaves like that and every time he behaves like that, he gets love, what kind of love is he learning to get? Is that healthy love? The stakes are really high here. Unless Mum and Dad see eye to eye, then we could be looking at a divorce. And the kids are going to have to go through that as well. With things just not looking good, I stepped in with a technique straight away to get Mum and Dad on common ground. You both need, number one, to talk about what you haven't been able to come to agreement with so that you can compromise and then write it down here. So, let's start off. The topic is discipline.
As far as, you know, the physical contact, you know, like when they do something that you don't want them to do, you jerk them by their arms. And I don't feel that that's appropriate. Or if you want Zachary to come with you and he doesn't want to come, you'll just jerk him and make him come. That hurts him.
There's times when I have to physically get a hold of Zachary because when he goes to run or take off, if I don't grab him, he won't stop.
Well, this is not what she's talking about. You and I both know this. This is what she's talking about, Roy. Come here. This is what she's talking about, that. That's what she's talking about. When you grab and you're like that.
When Joe grabbed my arm like that, it made me realize that I was doing the same thing to my son. That really, really opened my eyes as to what was going on. And I didn't like it. I mean, I felt like this big. It was really bad.
All I can say is I won't do it again. I won't do it. I'll figure something else out. I'll figure out another way.
Once I made that serious breakthrough with Dad, I was able to work with Jen and Roy with dealing with other issues that needed to be addressed. School night, kids are in bed at what time?
School night for both of them? Are we gonna do the same time?
No, Jordan's 12 and she gets up later.
It was fantastic because they compromised on everything. Zach screaming, to basically how they communicated with one another, and also the children's diet.
They have to
at
try.
least take one bite of every
At dinner,
thing.
they have to try one new item.
The parent pack was good. I think it opened up some communication with Roy and I. We got the major points that we need addressed, and now we can move forward to implementing them. Mommy's gonna pick you up in a minute, but I'm gonna hold Tyler for a minute, and then I'm gonna hold you, okay?
Later on, Zach threw an absolute tantrum because Mum was holding Kaya and not him. Zach has been overbearing with every member of his family. And it's really about Mum teaching Zachary that it's okay for him to wait his turn. Right? And this is what you're going to say to him. We will cuddle in a moment, but right now, Mum is cuddling Kaya.
You stop crying and you listen. Sit right here next to me. Right here next
If you want to, it's up to him.
See? Mommy's right here for both of you, okay?
That's just defeating the object, though. Because there are going to be times when you're just going to be with Kaya, and there are going to be times when you... Look what he's doing, look. He muscles his way and pushes past her. None of this crying and nonsense, OK? Mummy's cuddling, and when she's finished, she will with you.
When Zachary cries for me, it just breaks my heart. And then I can't just drop everything and just pick him up and love him is a horrible feeling.
It's not necessary. Put both kids down. Tell them you're going to make dinner. He's doing this right now because he just wants to smother you. It became emotionally too overwhelming for her, and I could see I just needed to take her into the bathroom where we could have a serious conversation and that she could really get herself together. OK, what are we crying about? What are you crying about? What is it that's killing you?
But he's upset and wants me to pick him up, and I don't just pick him up.
She needs to realise that as long as she continues to behave this way, things are not going to change and there are going to be mixed messages flying around for these young kids. What's he going to learn from you doing that? Tell me, what's he going to learn? If he behaves like that, and every time he behaves like that, he gets love, what kind of love is he learning to get? Is that healthy love?
No.
You know it's not.
It made me feel a little bit bad that I let it go that far. That by trying to make him happy, I was hurting him.
Stick to your word. Stop babying him. Do not leave that bathroom until you're ready.
See what happened.
She turned around and said, no, I've got this. I know what I need to do. And out she went.
When it came out, he was done. He got over it and he was fine. You can't cry like that, okay? Because that makes Zachy sad and Mommy sad. You use your words and talk to Mommy, and no screaming, okay? Mommy loves you.
Mum didn't give in, and it's good because Zach has realised that he can't have every minute of Mum's attention, and Mum's realised that it's actually okay to make Zach wait for a minute.
I'm glad I did it. It's gonna help him. It's gonna teach him, and it'll benefit him. But it was the hardest thing I've ever done. Ever.
Having dealt with Zachary's jealousy issues with his baby sister, it's now going to be important to make sure that he doesn't have to be and do everything his older sisters are doing. Zach actually makes the call if his older sisters can go into the swimming pool or go outside the house to play. This needs to change. So Jordan and Tanner, you could go swimming in the backyard.
Out Zachary.
I was like shocked because I didn't think Zachary would be able to let us go out by ourselves.
So sure enough, when the sisters left, he kicked off.
Listen, this afternoon, bring him over, you swimming. He was not happy. He had a fit, he cried. Stop crying so you can hear me, okay? Listen.
So Mum remained calm, like I taught her to, and then we just shifted Zach's focus. We played a game.
To play with them? Okay, let's see what color Joe wants to be.
Right, I think I'll be yellow, actually. I'll be the yellow one. What one are you going to be? We started to play, and he wanted to be a part of it. You're after Mummy.
You're after me, so it's your turn now.
Okay. Mum's looking at me, she's like, I cannot believe he's just sitting there.
So help me count. For him to actually accept it and be like, oh, okay, without the fight we thought we were gonna get is amazing. And now we know that everybody can do their own thing and still be happy.
Mum and Dad still have a major problem when it comes to disciplining Zach. So what I'm going to do is bring in the naughty chair technique, go through the steps so they will understand how to do a timeout. This is good. This is the first time I've seen you guys smile over discipline. We're in a good place.
Oh, we're excited about it.
All right. It wasn't long before Mum had to use the first step of that naughty chair technique, a warning.
Zachary, if you spin the chair again, you go to timeout in your naughty spot. Do you understand?
And when Zach chose to ignore Mum, it was time to do the second step, and that was to put him onto the naughty chair and explain why he had to sit there.
Listen to Mommy. You are in timeout because Mommy said don't spin the chair. And you did not listen to me. So now Zachary has to sit in timeout.
Stopwatch.
When Mommy comes back to get you, you may get up. At first he was like, well, why am I sitting here? I've never had to sit anywhere for any extended period of time when I've done something wrong.
And true to form, Zach didn't give in without a fight.
I knew the first time out with Zachary would be really hard, and it was.
Tell me are bad.
This is not funny.
But Mum stuck with it until Zach sat there for his full time. And she did a great job.
Mommy told you, do not spin the chair. And you did not listen to Mommy, so you had to sit in time out. Now say you're sorry.
Sorry.
And give me a kiss and a hug. To actually see discipline work with Zach just gave me encouragement that it's gonna be hard to do, but the more I do it, hopefully the more he will behave.